Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look on how to draft and cut these vintage shirts. I will carry you on step-by-step method on how to draft out this simple shirt. Please don't go anywhere. Sit back and watch as we carry out this the drafting and cutting of this shirt. I know by the end of this video you will be able to draft and cut this shirt. Thank you. Why thinking of cutting shirts? These are vintage shirts. So if you want to cut shirts, the first thing you have to do is to fold this. This is the bottom area of the shirt. You fold it this way. The next thing you are going to do is to, after folding, you have to first of all understand, get your measurement set, and the length, the measurement you are going to use in drafting out this shirt. The length of this shirt is 31 inches, while the shoulder is 19 inches. The sleeve length is 9.5 inches. The chest 42 inches, while the tummy 40 inches. The round sleeve will make it 14 inches. Please, I would like you to watch as I commence on the drafting of the shirt. Don't go anywhere. So we measure from here to get our 31. This 31. We are using pen to mark because we don't have color chalk at hand. You push this front. You also mark 31. Then we will join this 31 straight on with our ruler. So this is it. So the next thing we are going to do is to get the collar area. The collar area we make here, make it 3 inches, and we make here 3 inches. You give it a curve. So we measure the shoulder. The shoulder is 19 inches. While placing for the shoulder, you place from the midpoint. This, I say, this is the bottom point of our shirt. While getting the shoulder measurement, you place it on the middle point of what you have already folded. This is our folding for the bottom point. Place it on the middle point. So the shoulder is 19. If we divide 19 by 2, it will give us 9.5, and 9.5 we add half inch allowance, it will now become 10 inches. So we mark. We also carry this tape down a little, just very a little, not much, about, let's say, about 9-10 inches gap. So you also mark. You give a straight line on it. So having done that, we bring down 2 inches here for the shoulder slant. So we also join here. what we are going to consider next is the shoulder. The shoulder is what we are going to consider. Shoulder is 42 inches. If we divide 42 inches by 4, it will give us 10 and a half. 10 and a half. That's what it will give us. That 42 inches will give us 10 and a half. So we measure 10 and a half. This is, we also place the measurement at the middle point of the bottle area. We mark here, this is the middle point, this is 10 and a half. From here to here is 10 and a half. We mark 10 and a half. We add 1 inch allowance. So we add 1 inch. This is just this is the chest measurement, not shoulder. So we add 1 inch, making it 11 and a half. So these are chest measurements. So the next thing we do is to get the midpoint of this. The midpoint of our length is 15 and a half. We add 1.5 inch to it, which is 15. Add 1.5 inches, which is 17 inches. 17 inches. Also 17. We join the midpoint. So these are tummy. That's the tummy measurement, and the tummy measurement is 40. 40 divided by 4, it will give us 10. Add 1 inch. We now join this. We get to the bottom area. We make the bottom area 11. Add 1 inch, which is 12. We also join. We give a curve at the bottom side. So we are done with drafting of the front of this shirt. We are going to cut it out now. We start by cutting the collar area. We move to the shoulder. Moving to the armhole. We give a curve at the armhole. Then the chest and the tummy to the bottom area. Just cut it out. We are done in cutting out the front of this shirt. So we will use the front to get our back. We have already placed the back on it. This is the back of it. The front, or we have placed the front, rather, place the front of the shirt at the back to draft out the back. So we now move in cutting. We are tracing out with the. This is the armhole point. We still follow the curve at the bottom of the front to get the back curve of it. We are done with the curve. The next thing we are going to do, we lift the front up a bit. Be watching here. Let's say this should be between 2 inches, 2.5 inches. This 2 1/4. Let's make it 2.5. So this 2.5, we have just make the back of the shed to be longer than the front of the shed by 2.5, and we continue cutting. Continue cutting. We give the deepness of the bag about 1/4 inches, 1.5 inches. So we are done with the drafting of the front and the back of the shirt. The next thing we are going to get is the back piece and the sleeve length, the sleeve of the shirt. So now we are going to cut the sleeve. So the length of the sleeve is 9.5. 9.5 is the length of our sleeve. We bring 2 inches or 2.5 inches for the folding of the sleeve. We now measure 9.5. This is 9.5. We add 1/2 inch seam allowance. We now draw. Remember, I said our round sleeve. The round sleeve is 14. 14 divided by 2 will give us 7. This is 7 here. We add 1 inch seam allowance and trimming allowance. So we are going to cut out the sleeve. We are done with the sleeve and drafting out and cutting the sleeve. What we are going to consider next is our back piece. The back piece. There are the little pieces that used to be at the back of the shirt that holds the front of the shirt together with the back of the shirt. We call it back piece. We use the back of the shirt to get this back piece. While placing, you place it in this way. Then you cut out. So this is all about drafting of our shirt, drafting and cutting of the shirt, and this is the back piece. So we will now move to the sewing of this shirt.